Well, hello there, everybody, and welcome to Bourbon Neophyte. Kind of worried that I wasn't going to make it this afternoon. Had a busy day. Hope everyone else is enjoying their Mother's Day. I called mine, that's for sure, see how she was doing, and of course, fine. Sorry, for some reason, the dogs and the neighbors have decided that they're going to fit, fuss, and do everything else that dogs do, particularly when you're trying to do a live stream. So when the neighbors start to bark, my dog feels she needs to do the same thing. So that's just how it goes. So sorry about that, but thank you for popping in on this Mother's Day. I know everybody's busy. I even debated about coming on because I've been so darn busy this weekend. The last 24 hours has been busy for me. Got off work Friday and hurried up, get some stuff packed, left yesterday because we opened up our camp for the summer. So we are ready almost for another summer uh, camping season here in Nevada. Temperatures have finally gotten above freezing and staying that way where we are up north. So we did that this weekend. But anyway, got a lot to talk about. First things first, I decided we're going to start off with something simple. Tomatin 12 today. So it's before I get into my Highland Park again, that full volume, but we'll discuss that in a little bit here. But let me just say cheers to the people that have already stopped by. Doug, always great to see you here. Thank you for stopping in. Cheers, brother. I see you had a busy time. I was looking at some of your stuff on Instagram earlier this morning, so I know you've been busy. And of course, Top Dog, yes, appreciate you being here, and cheers. Yes, drink whiskey the way you like it, even if you put ice in it. That's exactly what I tell Renee. If she wants to put ice in her whiskey and ruin it, that is her business. She can drink it however she wants to. Cheers. Mm-mm-mm. Big Vic, cheers, man. Thank you for popping in here. I wish I could have popped on your stream yesterday, but when I'm up at camp, I don't always have the most reliable internet connection up there, even if I use cellular. It's always that it will do what it needs to do up there. Definitely no 5G up there. Guaranteed there is no 5G up there. But that being said, wish I could have popped on for a few, chatted with Big Vic and Ed and John, and just, it was just always a good old time, even if it was just for 10 minutes. But it just sometimes doesn't happen. Then other times the moon is full, the stars are in alignment, and things just work. Hey, last night wasn't one of them, but I'm going to blame the northern lights on that. All the solar activity probably was messing with it, but we'll get to that too. We will get to that too. But thanks for popping in there, Big Nick. And then, of course, Brian, cheers, man. I know you had a busy weekend. You had a daughter graduate, so yes, sir. Cheers. That is a milestone. And then when you look in the mirror, you go, who the hell is that bearded old man staring back at me? And my kids are graduating. Yes, that's how it happens. So cheers to her and you, Brian. Here's to many more graduations for you. You know, some people ask me, says, do you like the Tomatin 12? Yeah, I do. It's finished in sherry for one, and it is a nice budget pour scotch, in my opinion. 12-year-old. bourbon cask, sherry finish, typical, nothing, stellar or anything about it. It's just a good, decent, everyday scotch. And that is exactly what I like. Good everyday, something that we can always have hanging around. But anyway, so like I was saying, just was busy, busy, busy this weekend. Had a chance to watch Trev Friday for a while, and just saw what was going on his channel. And then he did kind of an encore performance where he popped out on his patio, back porch, backyard, something like that, and did a stream. So I was able to watch him for a little bit there while he was doing that. I thought that was nice. I mean, to get just a impromptu, boom, here you are, set up in the backyard, do another pour, or just plain BS. Thought that was nice. Missed Whiskey Wars. Wish I would have been able to pop on, but I saw he was on. But I had things to do to get ready for Saturday so we could go up north. And I was tired come 9 o'clock or so, because I'm up before the sun, moon even thinks of setting, to get ready for work, and was up not as early as I normally am for work on Saturday, but I got up early and get things moving. But anyway, so Saturday we run up north to open up our camp, and it was successful. Everything worked, no leaks. The refrigerator was working, the water heater's working. So life was good. Generally, when you open up your camp for the year, you just don't know exactly what is or isn't going to happen. So you prepare. You hope for the best, but you prepare for the worst. So anyway, long and short of it is the inside of the trailer's cleaned up. It's ready to go. I mean, did a quick inventory of stuff we have to bring up there. We'll get that taken care of here over the next week or so. And then for the holiday weekend, we'll be set and ready to go up there. That's for sure. But getting back to the Northern Lights, did any of you get a chance to see those? I know that I received pictures from people. One is a friend of mine here on, was it Friday? Yeah, Friday night, I think. He drove out to Lake Mead, which is about 30 miles from us here. And he said they were spectacular. Although from my backyard, I really couldn't see anything on Friday. Too much light here in Vegas. But believe it or not, out there in Lake Mead, he had posted some really, really nice pictures, sent it to me. And wow, they were phenomenal there. Phenomenal. Opening camper, my worry was always, did any mice find their way inside? But since I no longer own a camper, it's no longer worry. Well, you know what, Brian, as long as I've had one, and I've had a camper since, I'm going to say 2012. 2012, I've had one. And I think I've only had one time, and it wasn't in this one that I have. It was in the one before it. We call them visitors. And I've been lucky ever since. But where I store it, it's not like in a grassy field or anything like that. So it reduces the chance. But you know what? We don't leave anything in there to chance visitors. But that being said, it's just a nice place. But anyway, yeah, I got a lot of pictures from people here, and amazing stuff. So anyway, we're up north. We're 160 plus miles north of Las Vegas, where the light pollution is an eighth of what it is here. So it's so nice up there. I mean, there's lights all around, there's things all around, but not like it is here, in town, right? It's so much nicer. So I'm out there last night, minding my own business, and clouds are rolling in, the wind is starting to pick up, and the temperature is dropping like a rock. I mean, just dropping. Wind is really picking up, blowing stuff around, and I'm poured myself a little warmer in a glass, and I'm sitting out there looking at the stars in between the clouds and everything, like, okay, come on, come on, come on, come on. Well, by about 9 o'clock, I went inside and said, I'm going to come back out. So I sat in the house, well, the trailer, the house, sorry, for a little bit. And then I went back outside around 10:15, 10:30, and I couldn't see nothing. I mean, goose egg. And I was very much so disappointed. Really, really thought that I was going to catch some luck in being able to be in all of that darkness, extremely little light source. I mean, like a street light every third block, not one or not three or four on a block for blocks long. Yeah, no, it's not like that there in that town. Matter of fact, there's not even a stop signal, no red light or anything like that. No, nothing like that in that town. Yeah. It's where you got a few stop signs where it says spin tire on pavement or slight tap on pedal. That's it. That's all that's in this town. But anyway, I saw nothing. And I had my hopes set so high that we would see that. Even the wife come out and we're like, nothing. But of course, Eric Gunnarsson, he had even shot me some pictures in Tennessee, right around Nashville, where he's at. It's like other people are seeing them. And I am over here 160 miles north. Perfect place to be. Should be able to see them. Not a thing. But anyway, that's just how it goes. Didn't get to see. Yeah, didn't get to see any of the light show. No, me either. Rain and clouds both nights. No rain, but I'll tell you what, Saturday afternoon, the way those clouds rolled in, I thought we might get some rain up there, at least a passing shower. But again, nada. Just a dark wind and rain. I mean, there was clear sky when the clouds would break up. I could see parts of the moon. I mean, it was crystal clear when you looked up and you could see through the clouds. But as the clouds rolled in, you didn't get anything. So I was hoping maybe to get a glimmer, a shot of something as the clouds broke up with the mountains there and those glimmering lights, just that spectacle. Yeah, I got nothing. Saw nothing. Thank goodness for people to send me pictures. It's the closest I get. Thought I was going to get one of those chances of a lifetime to see different things. But yeah, didn't happen. Well, looky here. Cheers, Chris. Thanks for popping in and just smashing that like button and saying hello. Always great to see the people down under. Really, always great to see you all there. It's got to be about 11 o'clock, Chris, 12 o'clock, something like that for you. Monday, had to think you're a day ahead on Monday. But so that's how I ogre chalice in hand. There you go. Yeah. Well, I don't have an ogre chalice, but I got a little scotch in there. Oh, 9:30 a.m. Oh, I'm 4:30. Sorry. I'm already ahead of what I want to say and thinking about Livewire at 6. As you know, that is not going to be hosted by Livewire. They got a co-host or a special host tonight, Drifting Drams. So Ethan and Katie will be doing Livewire tonight. Apparently, Mike threw them the keys, the whole 9 yards, and he trusts them. He knows better than to throw me the keys because, Livewire is a shit show. If I would get a hold of the keys to that channel, I would not be responsible for what happened, and he knows that. So, anyway, So at 6 o'clock, it's Ethan and Katie are going to be running the show there. So you don't want to miss that. That's for sure. You don't want to miss that. Got to go over there and see what is going on over on Livewire tonight. But anyway, that being said, so get everything set up. Everything is running good. Got what we need. Packed up and drove home. And then I realized, oh my gosh, I forgot to put the thumbnail up. I was just so busy running around Friday. And then I said, oh, I'm going to do it Saturday. And it totally just went over my head. And so I said to my wife, should I stream today? Should I not? You know, people were asking me about the camp. How's it going? And blah, 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 blah. And so I said, yeah, I'll come on and do a pour and chat about the camp a little bit and just kind of just catch up, you know, what's going on, what's not going on. But like I said, disappointed in seeing the lights and not seeing the lights, rather. Oh well, such is life. But anyway, yeah, it's just how it goes. It's just how it goes. Let me get another little sip here. Yeah, good stuff. Always good stuff. Yeah, like I said, really, I wasn't sure if I was going to do a stream on Mother's Day because I know everybody's busy, got things going on. Stacy was doing a 4-leaf whiskey, was doing a Mother's Day stream too. I don't know if she is still going on. I just, like I said, was hurrying up, got home, did the thumbnail, getting some things together, getting some stuff in the laundry, you know, just doing what you normally do before you start that W thing on Monday. School's last day here in Vegas is May 20th. Little Angels get a break until August. Yes, we go back. Can't remember. It's like August 7th, 10th, something like that. I did have the date down, but don't quote me. If anybody of you are here in Vegas and thinking about, oh my gosh, what am I going to do with my kids? So when can I send them back to school? Check with the school district. Find out when. Do not rely on me because I'm there practically every day. So yeah, all of a sudden one day I'll show up and then the kids will be there. So I know school started. But anyway, got home, decided, yep, we're going to do this. And I was thinking about it on the way down because this is what I wanted to do, to give this Highland Park a little bit of chance to open up. I reviewed it Thursday on Whiskey Uncensored. Ben called me and said, hey, I'm doing a Highland Park flight. Would you care to join me? As he took my arm and bent it behind my back, and I yelled, Uncle, and said, yeah, sure, I'll do it. He said, you want to open your full volume? And I said, yes, please. Do I want to open a bottle of scotch? Yes. So I already pre-cracked it and had some. If any of you saw that, you know I was pretty well happy with it. Well, now it's had a chance to sit in the bottle for a few days and start to grow its legs and open up a bit. And I'm sure that it has peaked. I don't want to say peaked. Peaked is not a good one, but I'm sure the flavors have had a good chance to wake up, because when I cracked it, it was a fresh pour, poured it, really didn't give it time to open up in the glass. Didn't give it the due diligence I should have given it. But it was a time thing, because I'm up at 2:30 in the morning, and I said, yeah, I will stream with him for about an hour and a half. And so we did, and he was warming everything up before oh my gosh, I'm drawing a blank. Who was he warming up for? Oh my goodness. Yeah, that happens at my age. Oh my goodness, I just drew a blank. Anyway, it'll come to me because I know who I'm thinking about, but I'm having a moment. Anyway, God, it bothers me. because I could see his face the whole 9 yards. Lord, 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 Lord. Oh my gosh. I almost wanted to say Bourbon Battalion, but that's Bobby. It's not Bobby. Oh my God. Okay, stop, Anthony. Stop even thinking about it. It will come to you because it was the next thing right out of my mouth, and boop, it's gone. But anyhow, it happens. Oh my goodness, looky here. What is up, Z-Man? Cheers, brother. Hope you're having a great day today. Great to see you. Thank you for stopping in here. Appreciate you. Uh-oh. Just received a message advising me to pay $400 import for 8 bottles from our customs. Oh, man, 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 man. Lord love a duck. Lord love a duck. Yes, taxman cometh and taketh away, Chris. Taxman cometh and taketh away. Hey, Old Pirate Bourbon, cheers, man. Thank you for popping in, saying hello, smashing that like button. John, always great to see you. Thank you for stopping in here. Yep, don't have the cowboy hat on, but I was going to grab that. But, you know, it is May, and I can break out the Panama. But I haven't yet. Haven't done that yet. And then looky here. What's up, Jonathan? Thank you for popping in to say hey and smash that like button. Hope you're out and about doing your thing. I know Sunday's a big day for you, even though it's Mother's Day. It is a big day in the real estate world, but thank you for just taking a moment to come in here and saying, hey, hello, how are you to everybody? Really. Oh, look at this. What's up, David? Nice to see you. Hey, appreciate you stopping by, smashing that like button, saying hello to a few people. I know it's Mother's Day and everybody's busy, but like I said earlier, wasn't sure if I was going to pop in and do anything. But you know what? I just decided, I told my wife, we're going to do it. And people want to stop in, say hello, smash that like button. Great. Really appreciate y'all. If you've got something in the glass, like I always say, let me know. Operational working today. Cheers, Anthony, and all in chat. Yeah. Yep. Sunday is a big day. Even here, open house signs all over the place. I noticed coming in, balloons up, developments going in. I mean, holy smokes. And the prices here are ridiculous. Absolutely. Anyhow, so like I said, I cracked this bottle of full volume. Oops, got the tomatin in the way. Let me move that down here for a second. Crack that on Ben's stream. And I have had a particular glass for a while that I haven't used, but I'm going to use them today because I opened it up and I thought, what the heck? I don't know if any of you ever had seen these ones. It's called Neat. Supposedly, they're competition tasting glasses. Okay. I cleaned one up and pulled it out. I don't know if you guys can see that right there. All right. I think they're pretty nice, neat, let's say. And they're a little awkward in the hand compared to a normal Glen, to which we all know the difference between a normal Glen and then this one. But I'm going to give this one finally a go. I've had it for a little over a year, almost a year and 6 months to be exact, and just left them sitting up there. And today I thought, what the heck? We're going to pour a little scotch in here and break one of these in. However, I was reading it really for the first time, and it says, taste the truth. Taste and aromas are the truest measure of spirit's quality. Alcohol burn overwhelms the truth, spoiling the experience. Neat's patented science eliminates burn. Really? Let me think. What do I have that's ethanol high? Award-winning choice of professionals and tastemakers. Really? Official glass of major spirits judging competitions. Has anybody ever heard of a competition using these? So I'm just reading some of the gibberish that's on the back of this thing. So science built a better glass. So this is the one I'm talking about. Low shade profile delivers more flavor and intense aromas to the nose without alcohol burn. Number 1, large surface area, more aromas to appreciate. 2, swirl, curved sides enhance evaporation and unlock aromas. Okay. 3, alcohol burn. Flows over the rim away from the nose. So I guess what they're talking about is when you pour it, the alcohol flows over the rim and it goes away from the nose so you don't get that. Sweet spot is 4, intense aroma in center at rim level, no nose burn. Pour to a max width of 1/2 ounce, hold glass level. Now I'm looking to see if there's like a mark that says, okay, this is the 1.5 ounce mark, but I don't see anything like that on the glass. Swirl close to mouth and inhale through nose. Hold at neck to cool or in palm to warm. Okay, got you. Hold it at the neck or in the palm to warm it up. Okay, got it. Alcohol aroma at edge of rim or below neck. Character aromas at center of rim plane. Okay. Don't know one thing about that. Have no idea. But like I said, I picked these up a while ago, and I am going to put this Highland Park in there. Let me get another sip of this Tomatin 12. Look at this pretty face. 6 hour cheers, man. Thanks for popping in here on Mother's Day. Like I said, I know it's been busy for people, but appreciate you coming in to say hello and smashing that like button. But this is the full volume. If those of you who had missed Ben's stream Thursday, we got it right here. And I'm going to pour some in the glass. And then as it sits there, I will read some of the stuff on the side. Ben did the same thing. Hey, Jacob, cheers, man. Great to see you here. Appreciate you stopping in here, saying hello to everybody, smashing that like button. Yeah, this is a neat box. Apparently, there's still a few dusties on the shelf. This is a 17-year-old whiskey that they put out. It was distilled in 99, but I'll get into that. But let me pull it out here. And unfortunately, I would show you the juice, but if it's a dark bottle. I mean, it's a nice bottle. I like it. It's along the lines of their Viking Heart series shape of the bottle. Let me show you what I mean. I have this one here, which is Viking Heart, which is the Viking Heart, the Highland Park 15. So if you look at the shapes of the bottles, let me bring them together here. Focus not on my ugly face, but you guys can see what I'm saying. That they're extremely similar in design as far as the way they look. Of course, this one's got some crap on the front and the back of it. This one is smooth and dark, but you can see they're almost or identical bottles with the exception of the writing or etching or whatever you want to call it that's on there. But anyhow, let me put this back over here. And that Highland Park 15 is one that I actually have a backup for. That's for sure. It is good. So that's when you were born. Yeah, 99. Yeah, I was married a year. Married a year. So yeah, I like the bottle. I like that it's dark. I'm going to keep it in this box anyway. But anyhow, yeah, Whiskey Uncensored, Bourbon, found this for me and dropped it off. But let's see. I'll read the side here. Full volume was created by using 100% first fill bourbon casks rather than sherry seasoned ones, filling 481 casks on the 30th of March, the 29th of April, the 10th, the 17th, and 31st of August, and the 7th of September, all during 1999. So that's how many casks they laid down. Filling at strengths between 63.6 and 63.7 ABV. And the background on this box is horrible when you're trying to read this stuff, but filtered at plus 4 degrees Celsius. So it says, Richard Burton from Kirkwall was our warehouseman when these casks were laid down. He's still working with them. So he's still there. Tasting notes on full volume is a 1999 vintage intensely balanced single malt Scotch whiskey. Naturally pale and bright in color, it delivers a light peaty aroma punctuated with warm fruity notes of exotic mango and pineapple and an echo of cedarwood. Warm and generous in the mouth, a sweet citrus. Sorry, hold on. I'm trying to read this because the light isn't good. On black writing on a silver background with a sweet citrus treble of lemon peel, perfectly offset deeper bass notes of creamy vanilla, while subtle midtones of light smoke maintain an enticing harmony. Enticing harmony. Wow, that was a lot. There he is. Cheers, Eric. Your ears had to have been ringing. I was talking about you sending me the pictures of the lights, and I said everybody was sending me pictures, and I was in the perfect spot Saturday night and saw because of clouds, and it got cold and windy and miserable, and I was disappointed. So, all right. That's pretty much it in a nutshell, but it is a nice box, a nice thing, but it helps if I actually should have poured some damn whiskey in the glass when I was beating my gums here. So, and I'm going to use that neat glass. Ooh, nice little pop there. Okay. So here we go. There's that glass that's supposed to be a professional whiskey taster's champion glass, whatever the heck that is. I don't know. Here we go. Let's pour some whiskey in there because we want to give it a go. I don't know if that's 1.5 ounces, but it's at least an ounce. That's for sure. But there it is in the glass, just to prove it's in there. Let me get the cork on this thing. Oh, look at the people. It popped in here. I cannot miss this man. Canada is now represented in full here. Cheers, man. Great to see you. And always nice to see you here, sir. Appreciate that. Thank you for popping in to say hello. You know what? That is a good analogy. But they say, since you missed the chat about it, that what do they call it? A competition level performance on the glass. So it is used by professional whiskey tasters. Sure as hell isn't me. That's for sure. Because they said professional whiskey taster. So, I don't know. Anyway, Yeah, I am definitely not that. I'll pour Highland Park tea, the only HPA I currently have. Oh, that's okay. This is a 17-year-old, so this is the one I got. This is the one I did on Bourbon stream, but I'm gonna try out this professional glass. I'm putting a topper on this one here. That's that tomatin that that I got going on here. All right, a little bit of water. You know what? You are right. We did, but it's now had a chance to open up a little bit, and I want to see if it has changed. And figured, what the heck? Let's do this tonight. And I'm using so Ben, I got this when you gave me the 411 on a couple bottles I picked up, and one I dropped off to you Christmas, a year and a half ago. So that's how long I've had and sat on these, what did I say they were? Competition level whiskey glasses here. Okay. And I just decided that I'm going to break it out for this Highland Park full volume. Yeah. And what Alex said, it looks like a spittoon. Yeah. Yeah, it certainly does. I have to give him that now that he is, now that he has said that. It does certainly look like that. But anyway, is a nice golden color. I cannot deny that. Nice golden color on there. Nice golden color. And it has, if you can see it, let me get the glass going here because it's focusing, but you can see some of the legs and the way it's clinging to the side of the glass down there. That's one thing Ben and I said, that it had some nice legs and it had some nice viscosity to it. Hey, just spend time with mom. This is not going to be a super duper long stream because the wife and I are going to get something to eat here in a little bit. But mom's more important. This was just something to fill the gap to the people that are out here on the West Coast till they take their moms or wives and whatever to do what they do on Mother's Day. But anyway, yeah. Yeah, that was a great thing you did for Brian and having that humidor shipped there, man. Really, that's a great thing. And I know you. I hope I'm not embarrassing you or calling you out or anything like that because that's not what I'm trying to do. But great that you did that. Cheers, man. So let's see here. It says this gets rid of the ethanol, right? That's what they said. Oh, I didn't tell you the ABV. Hold on. Hold on. Yeah, 47.2. 47.2 ABV on this thing. 47.2. My goodness. I hate to say this, people, but I think we found a new whiskey class here, especially for tastings like this. Don't laugh. Do not laugh. I definitely get the vanilla, just like Ben and I said, pear, but I definitely now get more of the citrus note and the fruity note. And I didn't get, I hate to say I didn't get pineapples, but Ben and I both talked about this. We said there's something different about it. There's something fresh about it, something vibrant. And these are the terms I'm using. They might not have been the exact terms he and I used on Thursday, but we knew that this was different. And now that it's really opened up a few days sitting in the bottle, I think that the aromas on this thing have really improved. And I actually can get, wow, pineapple. Definitely vanilla. Yeah, all those things that we talked about are on there without a doubt. A nice little dram. Nice little dram on the nose. Wow. Really nice on the nose. Really like the legs, and the glass is a little weird to hold because I'm so used to grabbing this like so. It's the same but different. The same but different. If that makes sense to you, you know? Wow. Oh, speaking of whiskey and guy that knows, there he is. Did you make it home from Tennessee? I know you were heading out. Hope you made it home all right. Look at this. Bourbon Baller, cheers, man. Appreciate you stopping in to say hello. Cheers, brother. All right, let me get a little sip here. Okay. Definitely, definitely fruity, definitely vanilla, little citrus zest on that. Wow. Let me get the smoke, the peat is subtle. I'm not quite getting that on the palate, but I didn't pick it up the first time, and I did not pick it up on the nose right away when I tried it uh, with bourbon. That I did not get. So vanilla, chocolate, two notes that definitely got. The smoke is very subtle now. Now it's coming up. The second sip on the retro hail, definitely getting the smoke. Definitely getting the smoke on there. Pretty nice. Pretty nice. And I like the 47.2. Let me make sure I got that right. 47.2, 47.3, 47.2 ABV on that. That is a nice proof on that thing. It's a nice proof on that thing. Remember, they went in at like 63.5 in the barrel, and then they proofed it to the 47.2. So, what the heck? Wow. Yes, tropical fruit. Tropical fruit, honey, heather, something like that. I don't know. I'm really going to say, I'm not going to say it's the glass that has done it. I just think it's a few days in the bottle to open up to kind of, things to develop in there. I don't know. Maybe the glass is bringing out a little something. Have no idea. But I'm just going to go ahead and throw that out there. But it's a nice glass. It's different. It's different. For those of you who are like, what is that called again? I'll hold it up. It's called Neat. And like they say, it is a competition level performance. Lets every sip speak for itself. Special technology went into developing this for people that taste whiskey professionally. Really? Okay. But I don't think it's bad. I mean, I kind of like it, and maybe I will start using these just to see if it makes a difference versus the standard Glencairn that we all keep here. I mean, I probably got 12 Glencairns floating around here. Well, I probably got more than that, but I have probably about 4 or 5 still in a box unopened for those emergencies, to where I either break one or all of a sudden I'm doing one heck of a tasting and I need them. And I've got 6 at the ready, literally. Let me bring this over right here on my little carrier that I keep with me right here. So, I've got them at hand and ready to go. But this is nice. These aren't bad at all, actually. Not bad at all. Yeah, not bad. It's a different class. Let me just tell you, it's a different class. It's not like like I said, Spittoon. Yeah, that keeps coming to mind. But you know what? It's more of a feel of a rocks glass, but it's how do I say this? It is more natural in the hand. How's that? More natural in the hand when you hold it. Like I said, it's a little different. It's a little different. But once you start using it and holding it, like I said, you can hold it there so you don't warm your whiskey. And like I said, if you want to warm your whiskey, then you hold it in the palm of your hand to warm it. And some people will say, it needs to be a particular temperature. So you want to gently warm your whiskey to really bring out some of the subtleties that are inside of it, to bring out some more nosing notes and maybe some more tasting notes in there. Look at this fine fella. Cheers, man. Thank you for stopping in here, saying hello, and smashing that like button. Always great to see you, brother. Hope all is well with you, and I sure hope that you're having a great Mother's Day with the wife and everything there. So cheers to you. Little Highland Park full volume 17-year-old single malt Scotch in the glass here right now. That's nice. That is nice. Let me say this too. Let's see, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. So 3 days roughly since I cracked it on Ben's stream. I think the flavor is a little more developed now because it's lasting a little longer. I didn't think the finish was long, but I didn't think it was a short finish. However, it's on the retrohale and it's slight. The peat is not as forward as I remember as it presented Thursday on Whiskey Uncensored when I was on there with Ben. Kind of weird. And I haven't had anything else today. That's why I picked something I knew it didn't have any peat and it's kind of neutral. Just a basic Tomatin 12 is what I started with right there. So I didn't touch anything today and have been drinking water to stay hydrated. So, it's kind of one of those things that I go, wow. So, hey, cheers, Greg. So, Greg, let me ask you, since you popped on before they drag you back into bed at the home, because it's 8 o'clock, do you always taste the peat on your Highland Parks? Because I'm not always, I know it's there, but the one I'm talking about is the one I did on Bourbon Stream. It's the full volume 17-year-old single malt. It's not like all over the place on the shelves. It'd be a dusty if you found it. But it seemed to present more when I first tried it on Thursday on Ben's stream, although we were drinking some other Highland Parks prior, so may have been more acclimated to the level of peat, and I will interject that so people know we were strictly drinking other Highland Parks prior to this one, but we were in that profile. So anyway, I was just wondering, Greg, is it something you always get on them, or is it something that you will have to search for from time to time? Like when you do the retro hail, you pick it up and go, oh yeah, there's the peat. For some reason, this seems to be a little aloof. It's just not as, how do I want to say, it seemed more pronounced on Thursday than it does now. And I may have to force myself to put a little more in a glass, but it just seems that way, Greg. And I know you are a Highland Park person like myself. Marty, I do believe, is still traveling. I don't know if he made it home yet, or I know he would jump in there. And Ben is with his mom, but he did stop in to say hello. Okay, good. This may be just the case because I haven't had anything with peat since Thursday. And one of the things I did on Thursday was what was left. And I still have a little bit of the Gulf Coast edition that you swang when you swang by here and dropped off. So that's what I got left of it. That was kind of almost my last pour of the night on Thursday. And this little drop here is still amazing, buddy. Thank you for that. Really appreciate you bringing that by. And that's still good. I have to savor these little delicious delights. But yeah, okay. So I'm not crazy. I'm not always something that you get. Sometimes it's just not there. It is very faint on this, but it's there. I mean, I caught it on the retro hail on the second or third sip. I get the chocolate. I get the vanilla. That hasn't changed. I do definitely get the tropical fruit now that it's had a few days to open up. I'm not crediting the glass for it because I don't know yet. I'm going to use the glass a little more on a few more fresh cracks and some reviews I'm going to be doing on some other scotches that I'm picking up. Anyway, but I'm not against the glass right now. I'm not. I think I will continue to use this a little bit and then let you guys know if it's a definite buy. If you see it, they weren't terribly expensive. I'm going to say for two, $10, $12. I don't remember. It's been a year and a half. So they're not bad. I mean, if you see them, what the heck? I mean, it can't hurt. I'll hold the box up so you guys can see it one more time. It's called Neat. You get a little closer. There you go. No, they do not sponsor me. Let me just say that. I don't get a damn thing from them. If they want to, then come on. But it will not affect my opinion of the whiskey that goes into it or say that the glass makes a difference, because everybody knows I am not a professional whiskey taster. However, I am a whiskey drinker. There is no doubt about that. I do not deny that unabashedly. I do not deny that. But anyway, get another sip of that. And I may have to add a little more to it. No, I don't want to go to the 15. Thinking about it, but no, still fruity. I think it's the fruit. I think it's the tropical fruit is what I am getting off this. Anyone else here into Highland Park scotches besides myself? And I know Greg is, and Whiskey Knows Marty is, Bourbon, of course. But the question I threw out there, if people were listening, when you drink it, are you always catching that peat on there? Or is it after a few sips, are you really picking up more of the fruit note. Like I'm really getting the more tropical fruit, the pineapple. And it's not because I read it on the, well, it could be a little bit because I read it because, you get that power of suggestion, but it's like, oh crap, that's what it was. You know what? It wasn't last night, but I have stayed at a Holiday Inn Express. As a matter of fact, years ago, that was my place of choice if I was going to rest my head on some kind of tick or flea-ridden motel place. I would go to that one. I'm not saying that they have those things, but I'm not against, well, I am against staying in hotels, motels, notels of any kind after working in them for over 20 years. I didn't like it. Anyway, but how about you, John? Do you always seem to get peat on stuff like this? Yes or no? I know this one is very light, and Greg confirmed it with me, so it's not just me. There are other people like me that sometimes it's something that's fleeting on the palate. The peat in Highland Park. Yeah. I'm telling you what, on a private stream one day, Richie, you'll have to pop on. I'll tell you stories that'll make your freaking hair stand straight out. I'm telling you. Oh my gosh. We don't even want to go down there. And the only thing I'll tell you is never take a black light with you. That's all I'm going to say. Okay. And I think maybe it's because I had a few pours of different Highland Park. I am thinking about it. I think the best hypothesis is I became acclimated to the different levels of peat because it's not as pronounced peat like it is. And we'll just say Lagavulin. Okay. It's just definitely not in that level at all. But it's a peat that you would definitely offer to a peat beginner in an expression like Highland Park 12 or 15 or this 17. I would definitely offer without a doubt. Very light, very light. The more people like you and John and Greg jump in and say, yeah, I just think it has to do with as many expressions of it as I had that night is why I was really picking it up, particularly on the retro hail. There's the man, the myth, the legend, Mr. Stahl. What's up, man? Hey, honestly, EDC is next weekend. I just went past the Speedway getting up to camp. I'm like, what the hell is going on there? And then I caught the sign. I went, oh, crap. Is that this coming weekend? Which I thought, the day I was driving, I go, well, it can't be. It's Saturday. And so then I looked it up when you texted me because I remembered about it. And that's when I looked. I'm like, holy crap. This town is going to be a freaking zoo. Let's see, 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th, up until Monday morning. I think it's the 20th. Absolute freaking zoo. I mean, room rates through the roof. You talk about bend over raw with barbed wire, just barbed wire, excuse me, barbed wire. Listen to me. No way. It is not the place you want to be. You couldn't even get a $75 room at a Fleabag Hotel on Fremont Street. Not at all. I mean, they will bend you over the barrel, as Chris would say down there in Australia. Yeah, in Highland Park it would be, but if you're in a Lagavulin, if you're in an Ardbeg, yeah, that isn't going to happen. Hey, Donald. Cheers, man. Are you home from work? Because I know sometimes you get home from work like at 3 a.m. as I'm up getting ready to go to work. I hope it was a good day for you. That's for sure. Yeah, correct. It is not. It is not Caesar's. New. Capital N in the O. New. It is not, because I know where you are. So yeah, new. And it's a bit of a hop, skip, and a jump. That's for sure. But like I said, everybody, Livewire tonight is in the hands of somebody else. He threw the keys to Drifting Drams as he was peeling rubber out of the driveway of his house, laughing like a giddy schoolgirl, and took off. They are in charge tonight at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern. You're not going to want to miss it. I guarantee it. You are not going to want to miss it. So be there. There you go. Isn't that so nice of her? Let me raise a glass to Queen Victoria for you. Gave Canada their independence, jettisoned them off like a pimple. There you go. See how you like it, she said. We did that long before you. So my understanding is they're not tearing down the whole place, but parts of it, because what are you going to do? You're still going to build up, right? Right. So only time will tell, and we will see what happens. Wrong queen, sir. Wrong queen. But a queen in her own right. And there is the link. Thank you, Richie, for popping that up there. Appreciate that. Everybody remember, 6 p.m. is Livewire, hosted by two reputable people. Reputable. I think that's got to be a first in Livewire history. Mike, yes, no? I mean, I think they've done it before, if I'm not mistaken. I think they've done it one time before, and they actually drew people to the channel, right? Which I don't blame you for throwing them the keys again as you pulled out of the driveway, but still. Hey. Oh, yes. There you go. Save the Queen's money. Save the Queen's money. Yep. Ethan and Katie are going to do an amazing job. I mean, come on. When you get actual respectable people, come on. It can only lift the channel up. Only lift that channel up. Let me get another little thing. Absolutely. That's totally different. But for the right amount of money, that queen could be anything you wanted, John. Just saying. Like I said, one of these days, get you on a private stream with Richie. I'll fill you in. So, you know, you all twisted my arm. I'm going to pour a tad more of this because now see, just what I was going to say, the peat just isn't there. It just came in and It's gone. Just came in and gone. Well, don't they have a limit at the home on how many people you can have in your room at one time? I mean, come on. When they come in with the fleets, I'm sure they don't want to be there. I mean, just saying there, Greg. But we're still on the Highland Park and the fleeting peat. No pun intended, Greg. I know how you are when them fleets come in. But anyway, I'm going to pour a little more. And it's funny. Now, I'm getting just a more forward peat. In other words, it's there. Wow. Got to go find dinner. Well, I guarantee you'll find it where you are. Guaranteed you will find it where you are. I mean, they got McDonald's. Just saying. Aha. There we go. We all got an education right there. So let me pour just a tad more of this in this professional tasting glass here. It's all right to laugh, people. It's okay. So I got a little more swirling around in there. Let me put the top on it. And I am putting it back, but I've decided. Yes, I've decided. I am going to pour just a smidge of the Highland Park 15 since I have it right here, because I just want to see if the peat is different from here to here. This is a 15. That's a 17. Sorry, pointing that you can't see it, but microphone's right here. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and just pour a smidge of this, because now I'm curious. Just a smidge, just enough to do a taste. Set that back down there. Stay. So this is the Highland Park 15 Viking Heart. Can you all see that? Let me hold up the color. This is the 15. This, oops, here we go, is, get my fingers out of the way, the 17, 15. 15 appears just a tad darker versus the 17. Interesting. Probably a little color in that to no color, maybe. Just saying. Hanging, AZ, I'm borrowing your expression. But Highland Park 15 right here. Now see, more malt, more vanilla, caramel, honey, or / heather on the nose right off the bat on the 15. Yeah. See, the peat is there. Very faint in the back on this expression versus the 17. The pineapple sweetness definitely isn't in the 15. The chocolate, the vanilla, yes. A little lemon zest there on the sides of the tongue, or fruit zest in general. Lemon, lime, whatever the heck you want to call it. I don't know. It's okay. But wow. You're throwing some meat on the grill. Ooh, there you go. All right. Yeah. I'm not definitely getting it on the nose. There's no peat on the nose on this 15. Great malty sweetness. Like that sweet bread note. Yeah, the peat is more upfront. The peat is more up front right now on the 15 Viking Heart versus the 17 full volume Highland Park. Well, I can appreciate that, Greg, but like you, after so long, yeah, not worried. But good point. We'll remember that. Let me clean off my palate here again. See, definitely not on the nose. On this 17, nothing on the nose. Not a bit of ethanol. I don't know. The glass says it dissipates that, but definitely the pineapple forward, that type of tropical fruit. Now, wait a minute. Let me look at something. Okay. So the 15-year Viking Heart is 44. The 17-year full volume is 47.2. And it's funny. The the full volume certainly doesn't drink like it's 47. I would almost 40 to 43, and I would struggle to give it 43, but I would probably have said, okay, let's go 43 on that. If I did not know, I would have said it was a standard proof or low proof 43. Well, low proof is 40, but right in there, if I drank that, this has a little more of that ethanol burn on the palate, that alcohol taste. So I might have picked this one at 46, 48, or 50 ABV if I was doing this in a blind, because it's enough to throw you on there. So this is the 15. Yeah, I've heard that before. I don't know if I heard the 18 was 100, but I knew it was an extremely reasonable price for an 18 year, and it was a very good, approachable, drinkable Scotch that most everybody always would have, particularly from that expression because of the price point that it was, and it was just consistently good. You know, and it's funny. I think the 15 Viking Heart, definitely I can get the peat. It's faint, but it's there. It's always, I don't want to say always there, but it's there. And the mouth feel seems a little more viscous on the 15 than the 17. The 17 is sublime. Don't get me wrong. It's fine. But now that I'm drinking the 15, going to the 17 to the 15 to the 17 and trying to pick out some subtleties, The 15 is just seems to be a little thicker. Yeah, thicker is the word to use. This is good, but it is, to me, it seems more refined. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I say refined because of the age. You're talking 2 more years on it versus the 15. So it is a very approachable Scotch at 17 years, very approachable. Even at 47.2 ABV, which for some people might cause them to raise an eyebrow. Absolutely not. I think this is an extremely approachable Scotch. A wonderful pour, honestly, right now. Well, you know what? Truthfully, I said that, but I know you were busy because they were bringing the fleets around and you wanted to get rid of the people at the house. But here it is. I'll put it back up there again for you, Greg. Let me get a little closer. Get your nose right into the screen. There you go. See a neat? It says it is a competition level performance glass. And I read all of the gibberish on the box for everybody. I can have your great grandson Marty or Shane fill you in on it. When they come to visit you at the home. But yeah, I don't know. I kind of like it. You can see it's the same, but different. You just hold it up here versus down here. So it's growing on me. I kind of like it, Greg. I kind of like it. I think I'm going to do a few more reviews using this particular glass only to see if it really does make a difference. Full volume might be the best overall expression that they have put out in several years. Yeah, if I'll tell people, if you could find it on the shelf right now, pick up a bottle. I mean, they're not just on the shelf. They've been out for a while and gone, so they'd be pretty much a dusty. But if you find one, yeah, I would say it's worth a C note if you find it for that. Without a doubt, drop your money down. Pour yourself a nice 2-finger dram when you get it to get it below the shoulder, and then give it a week, 7 days. Let it open up, and then go back for another pour. But I absolutely think it is worth it. Yeah, it isn't. It isn't readily available. It's no longer produced. So if you find one on the shelf, it's what I said. It's probably a dusty. Been there for a minute. So yeah, it is definitely worth picking up without a doubt. Hey, John. Cheers, man. Thank you for popping in. I haven't seen you in a minute. Appreciate you coming in, saying hello, smashing the like button, especially on this Mother's Day. A lot of everyone's busy. I'm not going to be streaming much longer. I just wanted to come on and spend some time with everybody and get a review of this in and just say hello. I'm surprised to still have 18 people on Mother's Day here. I mean, I really appreciate it. I think it's great. Even, Greg threw the people out of his room at the home. So, hey, here we go. I really do think the full volume is a nice Scotch. It's definitely refined. It definitely has good flavor. It definitely is approachable. I would venture to say it's what you would want in a nicely aged Scotch, in the 17, 18, 20-year range, give or take. It reminds me of what do I got in here? Is it a 25 or 30-year-old? Where is that Duncan Taylor at? Gosh. What What in the heck? I'm sorry. I'm talking to myself as I'm looking around here. But is it down here? Let me look. Let me look at something here. Yep, here we go. Here we go. Sorry, people. All right. This is a 30-year Duncan Taylor blended Scotch whiskey, which is absolutely phenomenal. And the reason why I'm saying that it's really nice along that line. It has some of the characteristics of a older Scotch, an older Scotch. Okay, with the sipping notes and qualities within a Scotch in this range. So it feels very similar to it, and I really like this. And this was a Christmas present from my wife. Of course, I knew I was getting it because when I had a nice dram of it at a local shop I was at, I went, "Holy shit!" And she said, "He'll take it," and she didn't even know the price. But neither here nor there. It's reminding me of an older Scotch. In other words, a more aged Scotch with the way the mouthfeel is and the way it coats the palate. If that would make sense to you, if you guys can make that connection. So sorry, I'm kind of rambling a little bit on this, but I'm trying to draw my own self a little bit of a picture. Yes, exactly, Richard. Okay, at first, when I did this with Ben, there was something about it. I just couldn't put my finger on it. But what I think it was because it was literally a fresh crack, didn't have time to open. I really thought it was good. I loved the heather. I loved the honey notes on it, the vanilla, the chocolate. I thought the proof was good, but it needed some time to just open up. So I drank that pour on Thursday, put the cork on it, came back today and just thought, you know what? I'm going to pop that and see what it's about after a few days. It had a chance to open up in the bottle. And then again, I just said, what the hell? Let me put it in these professional, so-called professional whiskey taster type glasses. I'm not a professional. I'm just a whiskey drinker. But anyway, uh, I like it. I mean, I think that the time did it some good a couple days in the bottle because I definitely got that tropical note that you're just saying. It's got the pineapple in there. It's got the vanilla in there. I get chocolate on that, the heather notes, sweet, 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 and a great, great uh, aged whiskey mouthfeel. It really does. Really is great. You know what? I don't know. It's a blend of whiskeys, 30-year-old though. So I don't know where. So it could be from A, B, C. Well, it's going to be from A, B, and C, and they blended it together to make that. But one thing for sure, it's all 30-year-old Scotch, and it's very nice. Ex-bourbon imparts a lot of those notes you just said. You know what? Of course, and it is ex-bourbon / sherry cask, so it has a nice sweetness on it. That's for sure. The older wooden box HP 25 is one of the best pours I've ever had. You know what? I haven't had that. However, I have been told, and it might have been by you, but I have heard it that was an amazing dram. Absolutely amazing dram. All right. Have a great day, Ben. Keep working. Appreciate you. I think I may have seen the Wolfburn 10. It's funny you should mention that because now that you put that out there, I'm like, ooh, interesting. Very interesting. Sorry, just clearing out. I don't know if you heard that. My my watch was dinging. I apologize. But anyway, really good. Okay, this one, John, in this glass is the 17-year-old Highland Park full volume that's no longer on the shelf. If you find it, it'll be a Dusty, and that's how I found it. The one that I just kind of doing a little compare and contrast that's in, well, that whoops. Well, I couldn't do that again. Just poured that little dribble that went out of here that I thought was empty. Kind of went into the 17. Oh, well, merge a little 15 and 17 together. We're going to see what happens in there. But anyway, this is the Highland Park 15. And the reason why I poured the 15 was because the peat just wasn't coming through. As you know, Highland Park peat is very subtle. It's just, it's something. Sometimes it's there, sometimes it's not. And I posed the question. I go, I could have swore I was picking up more peat on Thursday when I drank this on stream with Whiskey Uncensored, and it wasn't there. So people said, no, sometimes they get it, sometimes they don't. It's very, very, very light. And then once I put the 15 Viking Heart with it, the Viking Heart, I was getting it almost every single time. Faint, light peat just rolling in, especially on the retro hail. It still isn't popping on the 17. However, I just think now that it's opened, and plus I probably had 3 or 4 other Highland Park expressions before I opened the Viking Heart on Thursday. So I just think my palate was a little more receptive at the time to that, the peat within that blend. So I think I was just able to pick it out a bit more. Hope that answers your question. Let me know if it doesn't. Okay. All right, man. That was good. It made me laugh. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. There isn't anything else to say on that. But that's one thing. When you have a good aged scotch like that, the mouthfeel is not like anything else. You know it's aged. Sometimes it's very light and crisp and sweet and fruity versus a 15-year-old or an 18-year-old. Really, there's such a difference in a well-aged scotch, be it all single malt or a blend. Let's just say 30-year. Okay, absolutely totally different. And once you've experienced it, you'll know what I mean. It's not I'm searching for words. It's not your typical scotch experience. It's very approachable. They're not what you think. But once you have a nice aged scotch, it's like, wow. Oh, so you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, I've had mine for about a year and a half. And this is the first time I've taken it out of the box and decided that, I'm gonna use it. Now, I don't know if holding in my hand and warming this up is really gonna make one damn bit of difference, but you know, it's starting to grow on me, Marty. And like I said, whether I hold them here or you hold them at the bottom, if I want to warm these up, what I would do is just hold it in my hand like so and bring the temperature of the whiskey up a little bit. But anyway, yeah, I think I'm liking them. And I said I'm going to start doing a couple more reviews specifically using these glasses just because. Oh, yeah, I forgot about that. Whiskey Nose on Whiskey Crusaders. Holy smokes. Man, oh, they are really going big time grabbing Whiskey Nose. Well, like I said, when you get a really nice aged whiskey, it totally is different. And you've had them, Donald, I know. So I respect your opinion and what you say. But when you truly get one, it is a experience. It is truly sublime. It's like it transcends into a whole nother um, experience. Truly, it does. It truly does. And it's not like a 15, 17, 18, whatever. When you're into that 30 plus, it's a it's a totally different whiskey. You've just got to have it. You just got to experience it. Well, I really I've only used one glass, Richie, and that was just your typical Glen because I found it so versatile. So versatile. However, when this one come up and I bought, like I said, a year and a half ago, Ben clued me in on a bottle. And I went to the place, picked it up, and picked up one for him. And then I saw these, so I picked them up. The only other glass that's different that I use is one with a stem. Now this one is the Glenlivet, the Glenlivet. But I like a stemmed glass, particularly on a warm day, because you are not holding it and warming up your whiskey. And it basically is a Glen. It's the same shape, but it just has a stem on it. And I have a couple more um, on the floor in a box, but I enjoy these for nosing and everything. They're a wonderful, wonderful glass. They are a wonderful, wonderful glass. I truly do enjoy these. But those are about, well, now this one. These are only 3 different ones I use, but 99% of the time, if I'm reviewing a whiskey, they're poured in these because I probably have 10 or 12 of them. And like I said, I still have a couple in the box unopened for emergency use. So, but I'm gonna try these out for a little bit, a couple more reviews and see, because I've got over my shoulder. Oops, let me move them over. There's 2 right there, Glenkinchie, and then that one is a whiskey of the year. We're going to find out why, but um, and we're going to see. But anyway, I'm not going to tip it away. I already said too much. Whiskey of the year. So if you get Whiskey Advocate, you would know right there what that is already. But those will be in these glasses. That's for sure. I know we talk about this, and I'm not trying to make other people feel bad who have not had truly good aged whiskey. What I mean by that, 30 plus years, it transcends you, especially whenever the flavor just, it's just a different experience. So now I get it. I get what you're saying about that Middleton. I get what you're saying. Um, I really do. When you get that, it's just the other ones just don't compare. The other ones just don't compare. And not that they're bad. Absolutely not that they're bad. It's just totally different. I don't think I have a Kenzie to my knowledge. Oh, no. I think my Deathless Dogs is a Kenzie. My Deathless Dogs is a Kenzie. I think. Don't quote me, but I think it is. I don't have it here. I was like, oh, let me grab it. No, it's out there because I keep a couple out in the main part of the house because I keep a few bottles there. I got a Elijah Craig standard out there. And, well, no, I don't. I put the High West Boo Rye. You can see it right there. I had that one out there for a while. And then I had the Dram Shambo right there out there for a while. So I don't have to walk back here and get something when I just feel, I'm going to have something. I don't have any of those. See, and you're not the only one to recommend them. So I may have to I may have to get a few of those, just compare, contrast, just whiskeys in general, or pour the same whiskey in the Kenzie, in the Glen, into something like this, and see if there really is a difference. And like I said, I'm not a connoisseur by any means, more of a common sore. So what the hell do I know? Just saying. Okay, then yes, I do have it. That's what I thought. I said, I think that one's a Kenzie. And only because a glass is a glass is a glass to me. If it holds whiskey, I'm pretty good. And in a pinch, I don't want to say give me a Dixie cup, but just saying. Just saying. You know, that's funny. People tell me the Kenzies are better for Irish whiskey. I just find if you just take the bottle, put it to your mouth, and tilt up, it works just as good. Hey. I have to get that from Ken because it's said so much on my stream that where I can hit the button or have someone else. Well, no, I'm not going to put it where other people can trigger it, but I will have to get that where I can bring it up and play it because for the most part, all my streams are pretty much flawless. I don't have all that fluff in there. But anyway, yeah, I like that. Yeah. So anyway, you lift this thing up. The only thing that's different about this whiskey versus the others, because of the time the whiskey's been in the bottle and the cork's been in there, there's just little bits of cork in there. I do not care about that. That too will pass. But anyway, I like the whiskey. I like the Highland Park full volume. What I will tell you is if you do find that, absolutely, it's going to be a dusty sitting on the shelf somewhere. Buy it, especially if you can find it for $100 or less. Pick it up. It's 17-year-old single malt Scotch that's just sublime, who has a palate feel of a much older Scotch than it is. My opinion only. Only thing I can say is try it for yourself and find out. But it is a great find if you can find it. Hey, look, sometimes you just got to do what you got to do. And look at this. Look at this. Cheers, brother. My brother from another mother, Rob MC. Let me raise this glass to you, man. Cheers, sir. Hope all is well back in PA there. Appreciate you coming in, smashing that like button and saying hello or kiss my ass. You can say what you want. I don't care. No. Don't care. As long as the whole damn cork doesn't fall off and fall in the bottle. Yeah, I do not care. The little bits of cork coming off, that just tells me more than likely it was a real cork. I haven't bothered to examine it, but yeah, little piece of cork, we are all fine with that. And if I really get worried about it, I can strain it through a coffee filter. So. Well, believe it or not, I went longer than I intended to stream. It is 5:55, which means 5 minutes to live wire whiskey, and probably the best damn stream they'll ever have because it's hosted by Drifting Drams. So you're not going to want to miss it. So please, we're going to do an intermission here to give you time to go to the potty, grab a quick snack, grab a couple of bottles, get back in front of the TV, the computer, or whatever it is that you do. And you know, I'm getting close because I'm talking to you. The link was posted. Get on over there. Get ready to watch some live wire whiskey. I mean, Mike's got some actually real talent this time on there. I mean, not like me or somebody else that would fill in here and there. I mean, real talent on the show. You're not going to want to miss this. So, hey, everybody, cheers. Thanks for coming in here on this Mother's Day. Really appreciate you. Hope you enjoyed the stream. If you like it, go back in the comments when the stream pops up again and say, hey, great stream, whatever it is, kiss my ass. I don't care. Just go ahead back and comment on the video. But really appreciate everybody. Remember what I said, go over to see Livewire Whiskey and Drifting Drams tonight. They're coming on in just a couple minutes. So go do what you got to do. And I look forward to seeing you all later on. Cheers, everybody. Have a great Mother's Day and a great evening. See ya.